Oh my god. Oh my god. I fucking hate this character. It's so stupid.
Lucid button masher back here with a more mashy character that suits my lust for buttons, as you can hear here. Leo is a character that makes you say, and even if you don't win, you'll have a great time losing.
No way.
This simpleton simian himself can easily run a train on a character, especially if they try to mash or wiggle out.
He's dead.
And do it quick.
Oh my god.
Even if they block, as long as you stick to them, they'll explode eventually. Yes, this is Milia with full risk, but this will kill anyone. Just like in the last video, let's go over his moves and the fun stuff about them. A 5P is your go-to hit confirm since you can mash it multiple times. It leads into 5K to start your Gatling series. Knock knock, it's time to block. This door knocker hits even crouchers, which is a rarity in Guilty Gear. You may have caught it in the first clip, but 5P can be used after 6K when they're crouching to extend combos. And after a 2P OTG, 5P is a great way to end rounds with. After 5P, 5K is your go-to button. It's an advancing plus on block knee that's quite spammable. Just beware if you are going to mash it, you can be thrown if you're too close. It also has lower body invuln when it's active, so you can just hop right over certain moves.
What the?
Since it moves you forward, you'll want to use it a lot to pick up air juggles. Micro dash 5K is best to get that extra distance. Now, Close Slash is mostly combo filler, but it is +2 on block and has a pretty good hitbox, leading to decent pickups on its own. You won't see it very much though. Far Slash is a great mid-range poke that, paired with your Sonic Booms, make for a great keep-out game. You can use it as a last resort if 5K won't hit.
Oh, that worked!
And you can confirm it into Leo's Rekka if they're crouching. Doesn't have a huge hurt box, but it does lose to larger pokes. If only there was a way that you can block during the move.
The extended hurt box, god damn it.
6K is your pressure reset button, as it is +4 on block. It's also throw and vuln, so think of Viking 6K where you can just run up on Oki to pressure without the threat of a wake-up throw. So use it even against Potemkin since you're safe.
Yes, it works.
Mostly. It's also advancing like 5K, but a little slower, so try to mix it in there where you can. Here, 5K was thrown, showing how 6K would have worked instead. As mentioned before, after 6K you can crouch confirm into 5P to extend combos to hopefully put Johnny down. Counter hit also staggers, which combos into 5K, and damn it, Pod, stop interrupting me, I'm trying to show the people what I can do! Now 5H, that is the arms wide open of Leo buttons. Slayer can't escape from an embrace.
What did I just hit?
5H is huge, and it hits behind, letting you pick up from counter hit in the air. On the ground, definitely be ready to go into a Rekka or a sweep, or you'll just look like me here.
Oh my god!
Even if you were just trying to throw, counter hit gives you ample time to go into 5K. And holding the button introduces you to back turn stance. More on back turn later, but just know you get access to a lot of sick...
No fucking way.
Also, it vacuums them towards you, pulling them out of the corner, letting you cross up when you want to.
No, it's too late.
5D is your universal overhead, and it's even safe on block. It also shares the same animation for dead angle.
Okay.
Extend your ground combos with 5D RC to potentially guts crush them, but more on how to do that successfully in the special section.
No.
Leo 6P is special, that it has armor. Yeah, this is a weird one for me since Leo forgoes the upper body invuln that most have to just tank the hit instead. Projectiles, stray hits, even bursts, they're not safe from this one hit of armor.
Ooh, okay.
Even Slayer 6P can lose to it, but don't worry, I'll figure out how to beat it one day. I'll probably put a clip in here somewhere. Now, the funny part about 6P is how the hit stop just kind of like lets the opponent get closer to them so they can get hit.
Armor? Oh my god! So delayed.
It's like a chest trap, just getting stuck between the Leoides.
No. Oh, okay.
Just be aware, 6P isn't very big and can whiff easily.
Oh, come on.
You'll either trade immediately or absorb the hit and block / counterattack, like with this pile bunker here. Just be assured you have enough health to tank it. Multi-hit moves can ruin 6p, but as long as there's a big enough gap between the hits, you'll be fine. It blows back on regular and counter hits, so you can either air combo in the corner or use 236H or Zwite if you're too far. Counter hit lets you do even like an air dash if you want, but Zwite's probably better.
Yeah.
Without air dash, you can easily put the long leg of the law out there, JK to confirm. Even if some think it is bad without the invulnerability, there is something Chad-like about his stand-like chest that he puts on screen. 6H is a massive gorilla arm swing that frame traps from 5H, so you can easily bully with it. Just keep spamming it if you want. Not only does it crush lows like Ground Viper, but low crushes, as in hops over, low pokes, kind of like Slayer 2H. If you thought 6k being +4 was wild, 6H is +5. And you get to go in a back turn stance. From ground to air, get used to scooping air dashers with this wall of a button. 6H does a ton of damage and ground bounces on air hit, so use it as much as possible in your combos. Here's where Micro Dash 5k comes into play.
Oh, I picked it!
Yes, it's chip. Anyway, starting with 6H is the best case scenario to turn the health bar into health barrant. Air counter hit gives ample time to dash forward, get in a back turn, or both for the pickup. Ground to counter hit you can either 5k or just back turn combo. You whiff it? No worries, just back turn parry. Which hope I'm doing a good job of teasing in this video so far. Leave a like. 2P is your fastest button at 5 frames and is great for getting out when you don't want to block, which I don't really need 2P to do.
Oh my god, you mashed fast enough?
I guess.
This man's literally just rolling his face on his controller when he's playing his character.
Good point.
But it's recommended to do instead of using 2K. I didn't really use 2S as much since it's harder to confirm from, but it is faster than 6K and 6H if you do want those plus frames. 2H is a monster button that you'll use mostly instead of 6P because it has a huge launch and you can easily pick up with pretty much anything. It's a trade monster, so be ready to convert. Just keep mashing. It'll work. I promise.
What the f? How come your counter hit does that?
What do you mean?
Its untech time isn't infinite though, so just be careful.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Dude, you
too
can do it off
high!
screen.
Oh, god damn it.
You even have time to trade, mash out, and 6H for your most damaging confirms. Leo Sweep 2D is a huge dropkick with the benefit of beating other sweeps since Leo is off the ground during it. It's only -5 and pushes you away, so you can be pretty ignorant with it. I mean, dude, look at how this trade was Slayer Super. That's an ignorant button.
What the?
Someone calls Soul because I just anti-aired with 2D. Even as a gorilla, you are still made to block since some characters force you into these hopeless situations. Now you probably think I'm going to recommend DPing, but no, it actually wouldn't have reached in this situation. Since regular blocking is bad, I'm going to recommend another type of blocking.
Hey, how about you keep not blocking? That's pretty cool.
That is the goal.
Alright, how about blocking mid attack? No, wait, no, it's cool. Both far slash and 5H can go into guard point stances, so you can defend while still chewing on the controller like a box of crayons. As you can see, it blocks mids and overheads and pretty much any projectile you can think of.
What? This. Aha!
Not really good in neutral, so you can still get hit low, and you might as well just do back turn stance counter at that point.
Eat this.
Oh, chillin'. Oh, alright. Oh, no!
And you can only hold it for like half a second before it forces you to 14 frames of recovery.
It wears off. You can't hold it forever.
Sadly, it also doesn't work on supers or instant kills.
Hey, get ready for this.
Oh, it does not block on supers. Okay.
And you may ask, what's the point of guarding against pokes and DPs if you have that much recovery? Well, I'm glad I asked me. You can cancel into your H buttons on guard. 2H is my go-to for anti-airs, but you should probably do 6H when you can. There are a few option selects that you can use to block bursts and just saunter on with your combos if nothing happened. They're pretty f***ing sick.
Oh, yeah.
JP you won't see very much use, but you can mash it in an air block string and do your best Soul JP impression by just beating Jan's Ryujin here.
What?
Otherwise, it's unremarkable. Leo's dancer legs I talked about in JK really stand out by staying out for 14 fucking frames. What the f***? Definitely the go-to since it hits pretty deep and deals better damage in air combos than JS.
God damn.
Just beware it makes you quite the large target.
What the f? Why am I so fat, bro?
JS is your air-to-air since it hits twice. It can open people up if they're not expecting multiple overheads, but again, otherwise unremarkable. JH is a mostly horizontal button that can reach pretty far away.
Nice. That was smartish.
Keyword horizontal, don't expect it to hit below you easily. It is disjointed, it can even cross up if you position it just right. It does have the same problem as JK though, where it does make you a thick boy in the air.
How? Ow.
JD's is a funny button because it can be plus or minus depending on how high you hit your opponent with it. If you hit them high, though, expect to be punished.
Nice.
Oh, hit your f***ing arm and it let you recover.
Though you can kind of throw off the timing of their 6P with it, so that's something. It is funny how Leo just kind of runs out of helicopter at a certain point, as if like his engines got hit by a seagull or something.
Coming.
And unfortunately, the hitbox also runs out when he stops spinning, in case that wasn't clear.
Oh, it's running out of hitbox.
It's a very dumb move, but with meter, it has some pretty wacky movement tech, and you can even kind of use it to mix, weirdly enough. But air hit only really leads to tech out situations at this point. I realized this because Dustloop had these really cool DP punishes that start with JD, and I'm like, wow, that's cool, let me try it. It never worked until I realized it was an older version of Xrd, based on this comment here, so I spent even more time than I already have on this game, but it's worth it, the game is sick. JD just seems to be a wild card move. It changes the mood of the match from serious to silly to disappointing very quickly. While not actually an air button, air throw is still technically JH, and it's still your best anti-air option, so get good at them. Especially when you can alley-oop your opponent to yourself for the game-winning dunk. The restand special you want to use at the end of your air combos, and it's really nice since you are a gentleman, you pick them up, you dust them off, and you prepare them for the blender once more. You can use it raw in the air. It is pretty big. The landing hitbox also hits on both sides for some reason.
Oh, how that?
Very cool. Oh.
But it does have pretty weird results if just the landing hitbox activates. You'll still go into back turn stance, but you won't pull them in, so it just leads to further confusion. Alright, enough of that special. It's Rekka time, the real specials. So 3 hits that get your Oki going and helps you in your staggered offense is pretty good. First hit is safe on block and is great to bully your opponents with, creating mind games on if I'm going to mash or not. I will. Just be prepared to go full monkey if you do start to show this behavior.
Oh my god, we are f***ing monkeys, dude. Holy shit.
The last hit gives a hard knockdown that sets up an easy left, right, and high-low mix with a dash and jump. Since they don't want to be there, expect the burst to come out. Letting the whole Rekka rip and then RCing afterwards to continue your pressure cranks the shit out of the risk meter, so get ready to exploderize them when you do get that hit. Yeah, a safe starter, a cross-up second hit into a hard knockdown third hit is pretty amazing. If they do IB that first hit though, just be careful, they can grab you out of that second hit. Also, since you don't swap sides in the corner, you have to not swap your inputs for the third hit or else you'll drop it like I did here.
Nice match. Well, my ice pillar miss and you just fucking sprint through it.
The second hit of Rekka you can use raw, and it's just a cross-up which you can unclench the jaw from the controller. Please put it down, put it down. So it's +1 if they block it from the front and +2 from behind, since everything's better from behind. You really turn the tables by getting behind your opponent and getting into back turn stance immediately. Go for a double cross-up if you're scared enough. Best part is setting up to be ambiguous, so making reversals difficult and forcing them to guess. Sure, it's supposed to cross up, but at certain distances, it just doesn't. For more practical use, like in combos, it's your go-to pickup after back turn super.
Yes. Yeah.
After air pickup's what, you want to go for like a 5k or a 5p if you're in a pinch.
Oh, it worked.
Now, I'm pretty sure you can sneak a micro dash 5k too to get the full air combo pickup.
Oh, that worked. Holy shit.
So it can cause a lot of confusion in conjunction with other moves.
Wait, what? What?
In a section I like to call, like, gorilla ships passing in the night. And in case your gorilla night ship needs to take a pit stop, wire stick can be a great way to change up your approach.
Oh my god, that was kind of sick.
You can really cross the entire screen while threatening cross-up and plus frame jail. Cover yourself with a projectile to really guarantee your approach isn't contested. Most don't want that heat, so take to the skies, and this, my simian sisters, is why we practice our air throws. If it's your first time seeing this bonobo blitzkrieg, it's gonna be jarring.
Oh my god.
I'm getting in there.
Even if they avoid you, you gotta land sometime.
Dumbass character.
Leo can really take advantage of you from behind, but so can your opponent.
Whoa, that was... What the f... Speaking of...
A poke with a large backwards hitbox, reversal, invincible, or otherwise, or even a simple throw can spell the end of your Red Howler rampage. And, Slayer 6P beats it, just because, why wouldn't it? He's the king of monkeys.
Oh.
Right, I love it. What I love is the little tippy taps you make as you run.
And yeah, Leo's tap dancing shoes stay on during mix. Speaking of tap dancing, Leo's back turn stance has some really fancy footwork. We'll get to it, but just know his dashes are very fast and can side swap very easily. But what can you do when you aren't even facing your opponent and giving them both your cold shoulders? Well, back turn P is the cold shoulder itself. It's what a way better and a faster 6P would look like on Leo. Upper body invuln, very little recovery. Due to this invuln, you'll see a lot more clashes and you'll win things that normally would trade.
Oh my god.
Even Goldberg's completely whiffs on Leo point blank. Since you can't block in back turn, thank god, this is your go-to until we get to counter for anti-airs and keeping your opponent off you. Unoki use back turn P or K since they're both throw invuln because why not? Even Pod doesn't know how to grab this marvelous macaque. Back turn K is a lightning quick +2 low that you can spam and chains back and forth from P, making it very hard to react to.
It's so f***ed up.
It's so fast. At that point, because it's so fast, just block low until you see the overhead. But, I mean, easier said than done, obviously.
Oh, by the way, here's the overhead. 18 frames, so very close to unreactable as well. While it's not throw invulnerable, it's +6. Yeah, a lot of plus moves here, and links into super on hit. S and H are the ones you can chain between each other, kinda like P and K to extend combos before a kill. S is also used to pick up and combo into Drit. You remember Drit, right? The third hit of Rekka, we'll get to it, but just know it whiffs on lights if they're too high. Anyway, back to the S and H loops. If they're crouching, they're gonna be taken for a ride. Jesus. But as you saw, ending with super is definitely the way to go damage-wise, but honestly, the earlier the better.
Jesus Christ.
Especially if you confirm off of the overhead, they're gonna have no time to burst.
That's gonna kill! No way! Oh, that was sick!
We'll get to super more later in its own section, but just let it rip. It's never a bad idea mid-combo. At worst, you'll do a shit ton of damage, and at best, you'll just win. As mentioned, no blocking in back turn. You gotta enter the matrix if you want to stay in the back turn.
What's the worst?
Backdash during has 13 frames of invulnerability, which is 4 more than the regular backdash, mind you. So you can use it to bait your opponents when they want to wiggle out of your pressure, or just style on them. Forward dash doesn't need invulnerability, because you can just pass through your opponent and their buttons, and it make them look pretty dumb.
Oh my god, I'm dead. Jesus Christ.
It's real easy to get carried away since you're so mobile, but great power comes...
All part of the plan?
Oh, never mind. It worked out in this case. It really felt like I was hitting some dandy steps and teleporting like Slayer here.
Ooh! At least I'm not invisible half the time.
I was about to say that.
The best mix is one you don't even expect yourself. I really thought that I'd be in the corner with that dash, but I think they did as well.
Oh, please don't talk me to death.
Okay, I'll leave you standing then.
I didn't mean like that.
If you ran into a Leo online, you got reset a million times with a combination of his dash, high-low mix-ups, and man, what a better time to do it than in gamer time. If left, right, high, low wasn't enough, he does have an unblockable. Sure, it is one you can mash out of, but RC, and it's true. Cool part, you could actually combo into the unblockable if you do back turn P and counter hitting them. To really showcase just how deadly the dashing between mix is, imagine if you had a super that you had to block before the super flash, and oh yeah, if you cross up during it, that's even more fucked up. Even Slayer backdash can be tracked down with enough know-how. Best is seeing their throw attempt fail as you glide your cheeks right past theirs for another mix. Just like DPs, even blitzes aren't safe if you know how to bait them correctly. Backdash a burst and you still have plenty of time to dash back in and punish. Or just lazily back up since you're fast enough. In conclusion, dash is really sick in back turn and is really better than blocking unless you're grabbed or properly called out with a big enough button.
Oh, it still hit.
I mean, even a masher gets beaten by another masher. Just use like a P or a K because S and H are probably still gonna get hit by Leo though.
Oh, that's...
Oh my god. You know, as Slayer you might be invisible half the match, but I feel like half this game you're just wearing a blindfold and you don't even know which direction you're facing.
Do I need to?
That's what I'm saying, you don't.
Perfect. Hey, at least in this game there's no command grab. Where Strive's like, how about we add a command grab?
Last back turn move. I promise. Here comes Drit. You remember Drit. Remember Drit, the third hit of Rekka? It can be used while in back turn stance, only in back turn, and gives a hard knockdown as expected. The juice with raw Drit is actually getting a counter hit as it gives a full ground tumble into a full combo. You'll mostly use this for corner air combo confirms for more damage, or to just push them into the corner to begin with and hope your micro dash 5Ks are up to par.
Oh, I picked it!
Ah, flash kick. A huge invincible reversal that rewards patience and planning. Flash kick is where you can carefully plant. Yeah, I'm fucking with you. This is how I use it.
Go for yourself.
You did it too, bro. Don't act like you're fucking innocent.
Oh my god.
Despite looking like I'm blocking, I only do it for the charge, nothing else. I mean, 1 DP or flash kick is enough, but 2 Leos? 2 Leos?
What the?
Now my understanding is there are 2 Leos flash kicking. Since it is a charge motion, super flashes are only going to help you get this thing ready to go, and you can just vine swing right through Ram Super in this case also, and it's 2-8 or down-up charge motion, so cross-ups are useless. Just in case they do get behind, a generous upward hitbox will greet them. Plus there's 2 hits, so it can
beats the fish and hits me.
RC after to get a simple pickup from the air, or use JD to helicopter to the ground and go for a better combo. Despite it working out here, don't RC after the knockdown hit since it's pretty hard to convert off of. I think this was even OTG. It won't happen often, but if they do have enough risk, that knockdown hit can actually brown bounce and you can continue and kill them. Pretty cool. There is the slash version of the move, and if you get the counter hit, you can usually pick up after. Instead of ending your string with a Rekka into an RC, you can actually do 5H DP and then RC, and you'll get way better damage on your confirm. Don't be fooled, DP at the dumbest times are usually the best. On the wake up, yes. As a frame chip after 2D, yes. After gold bursts, yes. Them trying to garlic bringer to reset pressure, DP. After a weird pause in combat, DP. To be fair, this guy had the same idea after the restand, so props to him. Beware of its clashing potential. The first hit is actually grounded, so if you cancel, just be ready for it.
Oh my god, what the?
It's not infallible, of course. Trying to whiff punish a poke might get you punished. It has a relatively short horizontal range, despite Leo lunging forward when he does it.
Oh, you're so close. How?
So about that cross-up thing, it can f*** up. If you do the DP before they actually cross up, it will go to the initial side first. It won't just like spin around and correct, sadly. They may know this and try to bait it that way, but sometimes that downward hit can still save you.
Okay.
The DP itself does actually hit low enough to hit ground Viper.
What the?
Just not a Dragon install. And of course it wouldn't be a video if I didn't show Soul JP just beating DP, because it can. Faust can even just kind of sit there and let you whiff it, crouching just in case at low profiles. There's a lot of cool ways to bait flash kick, and usually with fancy set play.
No, stop baiting it, stop being smart!
Or just general projectile Loki instead of a meaty. If you give monkey, you might get monkey right back.
My.
It's the duality of monkey in just 2 clips.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell yeah. Do it again! Ah!
Now let's say you don't want to go full monkey. Not sure why. But you can do your best Guile impression with S-Word, or Sonic Boom, to zone. It is a charge motion, so if you see me down backing, it's either a monkey DP or very calculated zoning technique. Definitely not blocking. It comes out on trays and eats projectiles due to having 2 hits to it. Paired with YRC, the 2 hits can let you rush in and convert. Like DP, you could actually do the booms from the back turn stance to throw them off the scent of your orangutan offense.
Oh, let's see that, let's go!
The trade aspect happens even without meters, so count on it minimizing the punishment or straight up just winning the game for you.
Oh, it stays out. Oh.
Now if you have the time and space for double the size and double the hits, go for Heavy Word. It has 4 hits, travels slow and as far as it needs to until it eats all the projectiles or hits the opponent. I don't advise using against a parrying Raven unless you plan on robbing them of all the health that they just lost.
I'll take the meter. No! I'll die with it too.
Using Word as a shield to safely eat their moves and get the pressure started is a given. Word YRC is probably my favorite projectile since you can actually get in front of it and then mix your opponent to hell. The simple swipe through them is ambiguous enough and you still have time to continue your mix after that. If they have D, they might actually just mix themselves. As you see, I try to dash through, but they actually stayed same side. Word YRC is just like Kai's charged stun edge Oki. We've all seen the mix before, I'm sure. Go high, go low, even be safe from burst if they decide to not want to block. I get it. If they're barely outside the corner, cross-ups are now into the mix. It makes us a 4-layer burrito. For those who have been patiently awaiting my 5D footnote I planted beforehand, this is what the usual attempt to kill with a RC 5D8 looks like. It's pretty bad. It pushes you out, you don't get the kill.
Oh no!
Instead, do 5D6, take him to the wall, and actually use Word to eat away those last hits of their health bar. And with enough meter, this could even set up pretty easy instant kills.
Oh, that's sick. Let's go. Cool game.
Best part about it, it's burst safe as well. It's pretty f***ed up. So, you've mastered the guard points.
Oh, I'm a genius.
Good. Now throw that shit away. We have a fucking parry.
I'm a genius. So f***ing big brain. Oh.
Just because you can't block and back turn doesn't mean we can't defend.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
The amount of supers I parried cannot be countered. Okay, I can, I just don't have the brain power to do it. It can reflect projectiles, just not super ones though, kinda. It's good to throw out if you see them mashing or winding up a very obvious attack like Dandy Step or anything like Ryujin. Goes without saying, but also parries behind you as well, just full body situation.
No way.
There's very low recovery on it too, so if you whiff it, just do it again. If that's not enough, the first 2 frames are actually just straight up invincible for some reason. Sometimes that could be an issue, but most of the time it's good. If they're too far for the parry to catch them, they'll just kind of be in like a stagger or like guard crush state. It's usually fine otherwise.
Oh no, too far.
They would be fine, except remember we'd have an extremely fast projectile super that can convert off of guard crush. I mean, it's real too. I mean, look at the combo counter. Though most of the time they will get caught since the range is actually pretty generous.
Wow. Funny.
I mean, look at the height it catches.
Oh my god.
It even works if they weren't in range at first, but kind of like walk into it after.
What?
So in Gunflame's case here, instead of reflecting it, Soul was close enough and that just kind of took priority. Same thing with the stun edge too. Even if they're not in a technically parryable state, like this weird OTG situation, the attack can still trigger.
What the f? Oh, okay.
Here's what it would look like if the tech normally. It all depends on timing. It's hard to recreate. Moves considered unblockable won't be parried, so you actually have to time those 1 to 2 frames of actual invuln to get through them properly, the ones I mentioned earlier. Like any good parry, projectiles return to sender. Really good for linear projectiles or defending from Venom's supple balls. Though depending on the angle, it may not always find its mark.
Oh, it didn't help me at
What a
all.
weird angle.
Even if it doesn't reflect, it'll always protect.
Oh,
It also keeps properties from some moves like Inu's multi-hitting note, or even Kai's charged stun edge. Surprised Millie by reflecting her own Oki right back at her.
what the f?
And I kinda lied, because you can kind of reflect super projectiles like Venom's one here. Just not the Dark Angel, just the charged one, but not like it mattered here. And if you ever find yourself in a mirror match, please take this time to observe the new sport, Leo Ball. The best way to counter projectiles is getting up close and converting off of them, spelling their demise quicker than if they just didn't shoot their shot. You can really hear my sympathy kick in
Oh no.
when this Kai played himself here. You can combo off the parry with dash forward S into trick from pretty much everyone.
Oh yeah.
Heavier characters may need a K before the S for like pot.
Oh, this way.
Near the corner though, you can go right into 5K pickup route for a...
Yes. Full combo.
If you start in the corner, they'll actually wall stick, so do the unblockable for more damage. Don't worry how high they go, they'll slide down eventually. After parry, the unblockable can actually hit mid-screen on light characters like Jam.
Does work.
Some might think they can counter you when you're in back turn stance, but yours is better. A lot of people don't want to deal with back turn pressure, so be ready for the DPs. And because they don't want to block the back turn pressure, they really don't want to see a counter hit. If you counter hit them with 5H or 6H, you can be pretty confident that they're going to want to burst out, so call it out. Most back turn moves Gatling right into parry, so you can parry as fast as you can react to the burst. There's even an option select with parry, so here even if you whiff K, that parry still comes out. Otherwise, you'll just go to your regular combo route. A lot of people want a gold burst to get out of the back turn pressure. Might not be as cool as grabbing gold burst, but it's close.
Oh, that was sick.
Gold bursts aren't safe here either. I can smell it. Of course, the best thing to do is throw it, because instead of trying to mash in between you spamming it, they can just get the confirm with the throw. Though good players do know how to time their attacks in between.
No, no.
Leo's reversal super is pretty good. Plenty of invulnerability to blow right through charged stun edge Oki here. And damn, I love his voice acting here. It's almost like I made 3 whole videos about how cool voice acting is in fighting games. First hit can whiff if they're low, but the rest should still connect.
Had this. Oh, it whiffed.
Oh, the first one whiffed.
Unless they have Ground Viper, then yeah, it won't work. Still good super though.
Oh no.
You know what will beat Ground Viper? Back turn super. That's right, even if he's slithering around like Randy Orton, it'll still hit. Yeah, I've been teasing this super throughout the video, so you all kind of know what it's about. It already lets you combo in mid-screen or in the corner, but counter hit gives you even more time. It hits so high that most have to super or double jump to get over it, but it's so fast they probably won't get the chance to even do so. It's also +8. Yeah, the most plus thing that he has after all those normals we talked about, but it's really good as a frame trap and it's riskless because of it. It's so fast that you can just push your opponent out and then react to whatever they do with the super. Even if you react kind of late, you'll still at least hit them. Just to show the death zone, if you're this far, you can block after the flash. If you're this far, you cannot block after the flash. So in theory, if you have a good backdash, you have to be doing that before the super flash. Basically, whatever you see right before the flash, if they're this close, is going to be the end result. That's why the cross-up super is so deadly. And these rules are just for if you want to block. If you do anything else, you're probably getting hit.
I'm not dotted, Tyler. No, I'm dead.
I'm actually going to cut out the super flash so you can just focus on the enemy here. And you'll see that they're stuck doing the same thing and getting caught. It's actually pretty satisfying, the compilation here, not going to lie. And if you go burst or just happen to have 100 meter, you can control the neutral twice from full screen and still be at advantage afterwards. You may not realize it, but two supers can really swing the match if done in a combo.
Oh, my friend was his name Archibald. Is that actually gonna kill me?
Maybe.
Oh my god.
Funny.
And yeah, that wasn't even burst super. Here's what it would have looked like with burst super and a little bit more optimizing. Here's what that same combo looks like on a full health bar, and the same thing with the burst super, just for comparison. Also, funny bar go down looks nice. Makes for a great thumbnail. I don't mean to show you this just to brag or to complain about the damage or anything. I want to show you because it's cool. And it really goes to show how well designed this game is, because I can just pick any character and just have a blast with them.
This character's so fucking good, dude. It feels so natural for me to play this character.
Ugh. I don't have anything profound to say here. You're telling me Button Masher Man likes Side Switch Reset Gorilla Man? Dude, no way! Even after 1800 hours, I'm still having a lot of fun in Xrd, and branching out to try more characters continues to surprise me with the engagement I feel with wanting to learn. The pursuit of knowledge is never going to end at this rate, and I'm kind of happy with that. Anyway, the cosplay ends here, since Potemkin is up next, or maybe ABBA, considering she was just announced. I don't really have a way to cosplay Potemkin unless I do like the plus R version of him, which, I mean, it's more suited for like the OnlyFans. Like and subscribe, leave a comment on how much you want to see my OnlyFans, and anyway, bye!